So about a year ago, I bought this Blichmann bottle filler, the beer gun. It's been literally sitting here for a year, almost to the date. Just never got around to using it. Thought I would be doing some bottling, and I don't know. I never used it. I think I had a gift card that was expiring, and that's probably why I bought it. So, in either case, here it is. I thought I'd maybe get this thing together now. The kit itself, this is all you're going to get for the kit. They do make an optional accessory kit as well, which I actually, the whole time I thought that I purchased it, but I didn't. I decided I didn't need to get all the extra parts, and I just figured out what I needed. So, of course, you're going to get some instructions. You get the filler itself. Beer line. And you get a cleaning brush. That's all you get with the basic kit. The accessory kit, it does have, I think it was another maybe 20 bucks. I really don't remember at the time how much it was. But with the accessory kit, per the instructions, you get all the other parts you're going to need. The basic kit just has what I show you. The accessory kit's got all the other parts. What I did was kind of figure out what I had laying around, and either had some parts laying around or purchased a few other items that I needed, along with another gas line. So anyway, I'm going to kind of go through this real quick for what we're going to do. I have already pre-sanitized some bottles, covered them up with foil, stuck them in the kegerator so that they get to the same temperature as the beer, and we're going to take a look through the instructions, get this thing prepped up, and sanitize it up and give it a try. Okay, this took me a little bit to figure out what the heck I was planning on with this, but I think I've got it figured out now. So with the beer hose that they gave me, the beer line, you're supposed to push about 3/8 of an inch, no more than that, which will be further than this, on to the beer gun. They may say not too much so that you can easily pull it off. On the other end, I'm going to put this this fitting. I got a stainless steel hose clamp, and this fitting here will go on the end, and then that'll go to your blackout, which is going to then connect to the keg. Okay. On the other end, I'm going to take the gas line, and I've got a fitting here, stainless steel clamp. Same thing on the other end, stainless steel clamp, another fitting. Back to this end, this will screw to the bottom of the beer gun, and this will go to the main gas line. Okay, everything's all dry fit together. That's all connected to there. Gas line to the beer gun. Of course, this side to the beer gun, and this is going to be going inside to my gas from my second keg. So next thing to do is to take this all apart and clean it with a mild detergent. I'm going to use OxyClean, and then sanitize it. Hose, everything. Then we'll get ready to give it a try. So the instructions will tell you to take everything completely apart. You're not supposed to take this piece off. It doesn't want to come off anyway. Getting this piece off though, here's where everything really starts. You need to take just take a small flathead, just pop it in there, and just gently give it a little bit of a twist, and then you can pop this right out. Don't force it too much because you don't want to bend it. So now this unscrews easily, and now this piece can come off. Now everything else, you got your spring here. Okay, so it appears again we're supposed to pop this tip off carefully. So again, it's gonna be a similar thing. We got to be gentle with it. Well, that was not too easy getting off, and a little unnerving considering how expensive this thing really is, that you're going to be ripping this stuff apart like that. But first thing you want to do is protect this piece of rubber. So before you take this clip off, you can slide this off carefully and set this aside. So you don't want to tear that. Then this clip here, you can try prying it here, but I just basically just held it like this, put it in two hands, and just kind of bent it back and pulled it until it loosened itself out and popped off. Not easy at all. I don't understand that, but now you can remove the inner you could fill it. It's got, you know, it's a gentle piece here with this groove here. You got to be careful not to break any of this. And now the rest of it can be cleaned as well. So I would consider this completely apart. What they give you to clean with, this piece here, will work for this tube, and it should work for this tube. Maybe not. I thought it did. Oh yeah, one side's bigger than the other, so yeah. So there's two sides. This brush has got a small side and a large side, so you can use it accordingly. So at this point, I'm going to take all my little pieces and go and clean them up in some OxyClean and then sanitize. Okay, we got everything sanitized. Now we're going to try to put all this stuff back together. So. Okay, here that is all connected, and this end all connected, so at least I know I'm nice and sealed off here. And leave the tip and the whole wand at the front's the only thing I gotta really worry about at this point for sanitizing. Okay, so here's the plan. Kill the gas on both sides. Since I have an extra connector for the beer out all ready to go, I can just disconnect this guy and hook this guy up. Okay, I do have all my bottles in here chilling. They've got sanitized foil on top. They've all been sanitized, and I'm just getting them to the temperature of the keg. Screw that butt connector that I got right into here. Again, your setup may be different, but if it's the same and you like this idea. Okay, so now I've got my gas line connected here. Got my beer line connected there. My gun tip is sitting in some sanitizer, and I believe we have to take the serving pressure and bring it in half first, so I'm going to go take a quick look at those directions. I'll be right back. Okay, they want us to, I'm not really showing you this, but they want us to get your filling pressure to about half your dispensing pressure. They say to start at about 5 psi. So I've shut off my regulators, and I'm going to clear the headspace on the keg. Now I will turn that one on and see that we're sitting at about 5 psi. They want you to dispense at the lowest possible rate. So I'm sitting at about 4 at the moment, 4 or 5, that's good. I'll clear, I guess, the beer out of here. Foam. So that looks good. We'll grab our first chilled bottle. I think this is going to be a little messy, but we'll see how it goes. Bring this all the way down to the bottom, and then squeeze this for 3 to 5 seconds. That's going to fill the bottle with CO2 and clear up some of the air. Next thing we're supposed to do is tilt the bottle like this, and they want you to squeeze that trigger quickly. They don't want you to, like anything like with a tap, you don't want to get between it, otherwise you're going to have a foaming issue. Squeeze it, hold it quickly. Once it starts to fill, then you can stand the bottle up and let it continue. Just to go all the way to the top until the foam flows out of the top of the bottle. Once it gets here, which is going to happen real quick here, stop. And then when we lift this up, we're going to have the space in there. At this point, we're supposed to just use our CO2 button, displace the air. That's it. Pull this out and cap it. Got some sanitized caps here. Use my hands real quick. Put on our capper. On top. And that's it. Done. One bottle done. Perfect. Cool. That was easy once you get started. Let's do another one. Remember, when we get to the top, we want to pull that bottle or pull the trigger out immediately or stop it immediately. It's going to happen quick. Once the beer close to the top, you want any foam to come out. Stop. Pull it up. Give it the headspace. Grab a sanitized cap. Put it in the capper. And cap it. And that's how we do it. I'm going to do a few more and see where we go. So there you have it, the Blichmann beer gun. Cool. Once I got it going, figured out, putting it all back together, which took a minute, it worked great. It was fast. You could fill a ton of bottles really quickly. I don't like all this taken apart. I don't think you have to pull every little inch of this thing off every time. Not really too sure. We'll have to see as it goes, but you're not going to use this thing every day either. So anyway, though, it does work great if you want to fill bottles. Okay, so after cleaning everything again, you have to take everything apart. There's no way you can clean this thing without taking it all back apart. So I'm just going to try to quickly put this thing back together based upon what I learned. So let's just see if I can get this figured out now. This guy goes in here and it should sit like this. I'm going to slide this piece in here. I think that's what the instructions said to do. Then you would probably need, I think, this guy. And the spring, maybe. If you can see all this, but I'm thinking this is right. Yeah, this is definitely looking right. And really, once you get the you guys can't even see that, can you? Because I don't have to worry about sanitizing when we slide this guy in. It's easy to show it now. Okay. Now I'm going to put this thing on here. This is the hardest part to get on and off. Rubber piece you just got to be careful with. So if I did all this right. Did I? Yeah. And then this piece snaps in like this. If it works, it should open like that. That's it. So actually it goes back pretty quickly with a little bit of practice. It's gotta go in here. And that's it. So I'll put that on later. Let this thing dry out a little bit more. that's basically how it works.